Um, who experienced palpitations whilst watching this particular episode like I did? My heart was beating so fast. I felt every single emotion in this episode 5. Producers, you won't kill me. I reject it. I refuse it in the name of Jesus. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this review. My name is Bevelyn. Let me say that because of copyright issues, I would not be using snippets of the episode I'm talking about in this review. We are going to manage their pictures. Please bear with me and let's go straight into this review, shall we? From the episode 4, Tokan passes out. The love was, choking him. The young one was choking on the love. So the episode 5 began with the doctors being around after he passed out in episode 4. And, they having conversation about his health and his medication and stuff. And, so that's what started episode 5. Now, let me just quickly touch on this. When his cousin came, I'll call him Dan, okay? When Dan came around and, Tokan became conscious again, he saw him and was like, how long have you been sitting here? He says 5 days. He says, you've been nice. Why have you been here? It was like, Charlie, so like that's small, recovery chat with the young one was very, very fun because I didn't see any form of emotion on the side of Dan or even from Tukan. It's like boys will always be boys. But when the mom came, it was like, oh, my son, my son, my son, my son, my son. You get that, just by the way. So before I talk about Diane and then Tokan, I want to talk about Dan and Tokan's parent. From the little argument Tokan's parents had, I got a sense that Tokan's father was always on the move. Is that going to be the excuse Tokan's mom gives when she's finally caught that she's been having an affair with Tokan's cousin? Like, is that her excuse? That my husband is always on the move and I was craving for attention, and so I didn't find any other person in this whole wide world but my child, because Dan is her child. Is that the excuse she's going to give? I mean, I can't wait for that particular episode. I don't know who is going to catch them. Is it going to be Tokan or the father? See, if the producers make it in a way that Tokan is the one who finds out, the guy will just collapse instantly. He's just going to go. It's an abomination. I don't understand. I don't know how you are going to justify what you are doing with this young man because your husband is always on the move. What are you saying? And Dan's audacity though. He enters his auntie's room because he heard noises, loud noises. This young man, so a couple can't quarrel again in their own home, that you barge into their bedroom because you wanted to check if everything was okay. Who is this young man? Like, where did he get his audacity from? How dare you enter into the room? So they can't argue again. I mean, couples are supposed to argue. And they're arguing and you want to go and check if everything is okay. Like, who are you? Like, you are checking to do what? This guy's audacity, I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. It's Tokan's mom's fault. I don't really blame this young man. But he doesn't know boundaries. They're going to check. And who is he checking on? Tokan's mom, of course. The day this secret will come out, all I care about is just Tokan. How he's going to deal with this. And hopefully Diane will be in the picture to help him out with it. But this guy's audacity. My friend will get out for them to continue the argument. But Dan's audacity is just crazy. Crazy, it doesn't make sense. Like, now to my two-face, Diane and Tokan. Diane is, of course, because of what her ex did, she's not been able to reach Tokan. She's worried sick about the young man. She doesn't know if the man is still avoiding her because of what the ex did or if he's really, really not okay. She's so like unhappy. She's so worried, and you could see it in how she was, painting that thing that she was painting. And whether that's their home, you see, Tokan's home that they're going to, live in the near future. Diane was going through this emotional roller coaster that the love, it was choking her too. she was bloating. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to reach the guy. She doesn't have Dan's number, no other person except Tokan. And luckily for her, this young man goes live again. So she gets to hear his voice again. And this guy goes on and says that, this might be my last podcast, and I'm dying slowly, and this is the reality of it. She gathers courage, calls in, and it's like speaks, and Tokan is acting as though he doesn't really recognize his voice, and I'm like, Masa, you know this voice, so stop it. But I mean, he wanted to be professional on air. Okay, he can't just forget that a lot of people are listening to him and then just play along. So he's just like, he pretends. The young lady hangs up and calls back again. And the second call, no, hey, this young lady professes love to this man publicly. Such boldness. It's like, if you're not going to reply my messages or text, I'm going to do it here on your podcast. So here it goes. I love you, Tokan. Did she really do that? And low key, Diane professed love to someone she has never seen. Hey, please, or is it looks don't matter? Looks do matter. You know that Tokan has seen Diane, like he's seen her pictures, but she hasn't seen. And you profess love to this person publicly, like you're in love with someone you've never seen before, and so you would say it's okay. Hey, are you sure? Looks matter. Looks really matter. No matter what you say, it does matter. Now back to the love. So you know what? Tokan's fear is just like what just happened in episode 5. He fears that he feared that Diane would fall for him, and what even makes it more fearful for him is that he also likes the young lady. He doesn't want to start something that will end so soon. He dies and then he leaves this young lady grieving. That's what he doesn't want. But then the heart wants what it wants. Okay, so do you think he should just allow himself to feel this love, to feel this care, to feel this happiness love brings with Diane, and just enjoy the moment while it lasts? Because Diane is really not going to give up on him. If she was going to do that, she would have come live on a podcast to do what she did. So should Tokan just allow himself to feel loved, to be cared for, to be taken care of by Diane? So I think this is basically the episode 5, okay? And I'm hoping that, I know that these things have already been edited, but I'm hoping that the episode 6 will start from where Diane confessed her love to Tokan. I'm really hoping like it has to start from there. If not, we no go agree. I want to watch that scene again. So producers, please ensure that episode 6 starts with Diane confessing her love to Tokan. Is that all right? So guys, let me know. Do you think that Tokan should just, let go of this fear that he has and just enjoy what he can, build and have with Diane? Or he should protect the young lady by ignoring and pretending as if, he doesn't feel the same? Do leave your answers in the comment section and I'll be there to respond to them. Thank you so much for watching. Do also like this video, subscribe, part of my family, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, do take care and bye from me.